The United States cannot fight and engage China and win. We will not beat the Chinese. We cannot beat the Chinese, and we know this, and yet we're using the Philippines to create the conditions of potential conflict with the Chinese. What? Please understand that for the Filipino people, this is a recipe for disaster. You think America is your friend. So too did the Ukrainian people, and they are dying by the hundreds of thousands. Friends don't let friends die in those quantities.
Oh, hell no!
That's not how friends behave. America has never been the friend of the Ukrainians, and we are not the friends of the Filipinos. We don't like you. If we did like you, we wouldn't be doing this to you.
Oh, my God!
We are using you. You are a tool, nothing but a tool, and when the tool ceases to be useful, we will discard you. And discard you means usually after a war that devastates you. We are using you to gain some sort of momentary leverage over the Chinese. We will fail. The Chinese will win, and you will be destroyed.
Alright, welcome back to my channel mga guys. At yun nga, no, si Mr. Scott Ritter. Yun ang former UN Weapons Inspector and former US Marine Intelligence Officer. Yan na ang officer ng Marines mga guys ha. Talagang sinasabi niya ngayon ang totoo, no? Ano kayang ibig sabihin ito, no? Kaya bigyan natin tong reaction nito kasi importante itong issue na ito. Maraming Pilipino, no, na iniisip nila na pwede tayong lalaban sa China kasi andito yung Amerika. At ito namang administrasyon natin, no, mas pumanig sa Amerika. Ang dami nang ginawa nilang mga EDCA sites, no? Mga American base na yun dito sa Pilipinas. Parang nakikita natin na they are getting ready, no? Sa talagang ina-assume na baka magkagera. And ito naman si Tatay Digong na matagal na sinasabi na willing ba talaga yung Amerika na magpakamatay para sa Pilipino, no? Yan na ang tanong dyan. And now, no, narinig ko itong balita na to about sa mga Amerikano nagsasabing na we are not your friends. Ang dami nilang binanggit dito guys, no? Sinabihan pa tayo na grow up. Well, sige nga, pakinggan natin ito mga guys at saka bigyan na ito na ng reaction to mga guys. Dalawa sila ito, dalawang mga Amerikano. Mga retired officer na nagsasabi talaga na we need to wake up about sa reality, no? Talagang wala naman talaga tayong laban sa China kung magkagera man. At yung mga haka-haka ng iba na baka ginagamit lang tayo ng Amerika, eto na, pakinggan na natin to. Yan, Mr. President, no? I hope na umabot sa tenga mo tong about sa mga Amerikano na to ngayon nagsasalita. Para naman kahit konti matauhan kayo kung baka magkagera, kawawa po talaga ang Pilipino, Mr. President. Kaya hinay-hinay lang po tayo mga guys. Alright, tunghayan muna natin to kay Mr. Scott Ritter. And don't forget to subscribe.
Final question, which I mentioned, is from Philippines, and it is from Maria Catherine Suba from Radio Mindanao Network, Minando Network.
My question goes to Mr. Scott Ritter. As a former UN Weapons Inspector and US Marine Intelligence Officer, and actually to anyone else who wants to answer, a proxy war is being orchestrated in this part of the world, our country, the Philippines. Our country is actually being used by the US in its intent of war against China. And according to geopolitical analysts, the Philippines will be the next Ukraine. The Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has allowed additional 9 EDCA sites, or more appropriately 9 US military bases all over the country. The armed forces of the Philippines seem to be following orders from their US counterpart. Drumbeats of war is being heard almost every day. Xenophobia is being propagated on mainstream media. Almost every week, there's an incident of Chinese Coast Guard that water cannons a Philippine vessel at the South China Sea. Do you think a false flag operation can happen here as tensions are getting worse? What do you propose for this to stop?
Well, thank you very much for the question. Just so you know, I have a little bit of background in the Philippines. In 1986, I was deployed there as a platoon commander to reinforce the Subic garrison after the fall of the Marcos regime. There was concern about the new People's Army, so I have a warm spot in my heart for the Philippines. Let's build upon what Colonel Wilkerson had said earlier. The United States is incapable of fighting a sustained conflict against a peer-level force. The United States cannot fight and engage China and win. We will not beat the Chinese. We cannot beat the Chinese, and we know this, and yet we're using the Philippines to create the conditions of potential conflict with the Chinese. Please understand that for the Filipino people, this is a recipe for disaster. You think America is your friend. So too did the Ukrainian people, and they are dying by the hundreds of thousands. Friends don't let friends die in those quantities. The Ukrainians have been displaced by the tens of millions. Friends don't let friends have their cities destroyed in this manner. Friends don't let friends have families separated, have mothers and children destined to a life of refugee status in perpetual poverty. That's not how friends behave. America has never been the friend of the Ukrainians, and we are not the friends of the Filipinos. We don't like you. If we did like you, we wouldn't be doing this to you. We are using you. You are a tool, nothing but a tool, and when the tool ceases to be useful, we will discard you. And discard you means usually after a war that devastates you. We are using you to gain some sort of momentary leverage over the Chinese. We will fail. The Chinese will win, and you will be destroyed. End of story. It's high time the Filipino people pressure their government to start sitting down and engaging the Chinese government responsibly. China is not your enemy. China is your neighbor. China is your friend. China doesn't want war. And if you would engage China in diplomacy, and as we've all indicated here, America has long since lost the skill set necessary to carry out diplomacy, but the Philippine people can reignite this, to relearn it, to use this skill to prevent a war. But if you continue to behave as colonial subjects, and I know that's a sore subject of the Filipinos, because you were the colonial subjects of America. We still view you as our colonial subjects. We don't like you, we don't care about you, we just want to use you. Grow up. Grow up and act responsibly. Take control of your own future. America is not here to help you. America is here only to use you until there's nothing left, and then we will discard you on the trash heap of history.
Yun, grabe, di ba? Oh, ano ngayon sa tingin nyo mga Pinoy? No, ano sa tingin nyo? Yung mga taong nagsasabing pwede na natin girahin ng China. Oh, di ba? Narinig nyo na? Galing mismo sa mga former US officers to Hindi ito basta-basta mga US officer. So ngayon, ano sa tingin nyo? Comment naman kayo dyan. Sa palagay ko, this is really the truth, no? We need to wake up, or we need to grow up. Hindi porke na nakikita na natin na ang dami ng mga Amerikanong nakabase dito at saka ang dami ng mga equipment, kung magkaputukan yan, alam sila mismo, inadmit na nila na walang laban ng Amerika kahit siguro kulang sa equipment. Siyempre, ang China, andyan lahat ng mga equipment nila, yung mga rockets nila, andyan lang, nakatambay lang. Ang Amerika, anong mga rockets nila andito? Kakunti lang, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, walang silang laban kung magkagera man. Kaya, tayo, talagang ginagamit na tayo ng Amerika, mga guys. No? Kailangan, anuhin natin yan, hihimayin natin yan. Kung talaga bang kakampi ba natin itong Amerika? Tutulong ba talaga to? Kung magkabumbahan, hindi kaya aabot pa sa nuclear. Yan ang mahirap dyan, no? Ito, pakinggan pa natin, si retired Colonel Richard Black. Former US Senator ito, at saka head of the US Army and at the Pentagon. Ito may sinabi din siya. Maganda din itong sinabi niya.
I must tell you, I spent a lot of time in the Philippines and came in off the carrier Iwo Jima, the Valley Forge, the Guadalcanal, and both Scott would agree with me. Americans have a tremendous love for the Filipino people. I would say two of my very, very closest friends are from the Philippines, and we really wish very much that you were not in this posture. But I think it's very important for the Philippines to be clear-eyed in what's going on and not to be led down the path by bellicose military people from the United States. You're talking about small islands. I wish China were not engaged in that particular policy. I tend to be sympathetic towards them on many things, but less so on that one. But at the same time, I think you've got to make sort of a cold, clear-eyed assessment and say, look, it's not worth a war with a great power for the Philippines to engage in combat over those small islands. But I do agree that it is time to use diplomacy and to attempt to resolve the issue. Whatever you do not simply become a tool of the United States and be led into an armed conflict that ends up in disaster for the Filipino people. Because if you do, you will break the heart of a whole lot of us who just dearly love the Philippines and the people of the islands.
So you see, this is very clear mga guys. This is very clear. No? We need to wake up. Kailangan natin gumising sa realidad. No? Sila na mismo, isinuka na tayo ng Amerika mga guys. We are not your friend. My goodness, grow up. We need to grow up, no? Filipino people. No, makinig kayo talaga. Kung patuloy tayong susuportahan natin yung mga ginagawa ng administrasyon ngayon na meron na naman silang dagdag na EDCA sites. Para ano na naman yan, Mr. President? No, hindi gusto ng mga Pilipino po na magkagera. Mahirap po. Talagang nahirapan nga tayo sa COVID eh. Ngayon pa, no, sa China. Kung yan naman talaga problema diyan sa West Philippine Sea, daanin natin sa diplomasya. Katulad kay Tatay Digong, my goodness, straightforward si Tatay Digong. No? Sinabi pa niya sa Amerika nung una na you can go to hell. At pinakita niya agad na talagang China, partner niya, no? Totoo naman talaga yung mga sinasabi ng mga Amerikano. Makinig kayo, mga loyalista, na grabe nga kung mangantsaw kayo sa social media na pro-China. Hindi naman kasi sa ganoon, no? Gamitin niyo naman yung mga utak niyo minsan. Puro lang kayo agad pambas, no? Intindihin niyo ang mga nangyayari. No, talagang kung magkagera, do you think yung Amerikano agad papakawala sila ng mga missile papunta China? Hindi yan ganyan. Sila nga mismo nagsasabi na hindi nga nila kaya kahit na magkagera, hindi nila kaya ang China. Tayo pa kaya? Kaya tara ito sa mga mayayabang dyan na lagi talagang kinukutsa yung kay Digong na ginawa, no? Puro China, pro-China, ganyan kayo agad sa mga Duterte. Kaya makinig kayo mismo, itong kakampi nyo ang mga Amerikano, di ba? Sinuka na Pilipinas. Kailangan mag-grow up. You need to grow up. My goodness. They're not their friends pagdating sa ganyan. Kahit nga Ukraine nga, grabe na nga ang gera sa Ukraine doon. Nagpadala ba ang mga Amerikano doon ng mga sundalo nila? O di kaya nagpakawala ba ang mga Air Force ng Amerika doon? Papunta sa Russia? Nung kagera sa Ukraine? Di ba wala kang nakita? Nag-a-assist sila sa armas, pero never mo makita sila talaga nag-engage sa gubat. Tayo pa kaya? Nako. Bumbat na yun ng China eh. Saan pa tayo pupulutin kayong mga basher kayo? Kaya intindihin natin, di ba? Anong mga pangyayari talaga. Meron pa ngayon na darating na June 15 na mag-start na daw ang China panguhuli ng mga Pilipino mangingisda doon. Nako, ano kayang gagawin nitong mga tambalustos ng mga politiko? Di ba? Problema na naman yan. Kaya dahan-dahan lang tayo. Huwag tayong padalos-dalos. Porque meron ng mga EDCA sites. Ilan lang ba yung mga sites na yan? Kontra sa China, kaharap natin agad, ilang missile na katutok sa atin. Diba? Kawawa tayo mga guys. Kaya, kailangan natin magsalita sa mga ganitong issue, no? Kailangan babatikusin talaga natin kung sino yung magpahamak sa atin sa gera. Ayaw natin yan. Hirap pa nga ng buhay natin ngayon. Papasok pa yung gera. Alright, hanggang dito lang tayo mga guys. And don't forget to like naman dyan. Thank you for watching mga guys.